What's up? Oh, we good? We're good. We're live. We're live. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Buenos dias. Estamos en Fallout 76 otra vez. I do not know what we're working on this morning, but I do know I got a badass new outfit the last time we played. Look at that drip right there. Somebody left this lying on the road, and I was like, that's just too good. Like the grenades, the dynamite, the tool belt. Like, I'm digging it, man. I do need a different pair of shades, though. And the shoulder pouch, man. It's all good. And that backpack. I'm just really liking the look of this character. Alright. We should check the box really quick. Nothing there for the morning. I can have one beer. Shouldn't cause any problems. I'm not awake yet, JNR. I need more. I haven't even had my coffee yet. I have a cup of coffee. You know, it's probably already cold, to be honest with you. It is. Not cold, but it's not hot anymore. I kind of just set it there and was prepping the stream and forgot about it. Chris and I almost got flooded out last night. We had a torrential downpour, and the drain down the side of the house had blocked up with leaves and stuff. So poor Chris I was keeping cats in the house and holding flashlights and doors, and she was out there in rubber boots. She's the only one who has a pair of rubber boots. I don't have a pair of rubber boots. She was out there with the rubber boots last night, and a shovel and a broom. Excuse me. Lots of rain last night. Yesterday was a long day. Good day. Got our air conditioning maintenance done. Guys are good. He's been coming over here about 2 years now, the kid who does that. It's like late 20s. He's going to school on the weekends, working on getting his engineering degree. Got a couple of kids. One of his daughters is in the same class as our great niece. So we see him several times a week. And I think we're going to use him to do the wiring for our expansion that we're going to be doing here this winter. We're going to put a roof, second floor roof on the house. And we're going to switch all the wiring over to 220 from 110. And I don't like doing electricity, so I'm going to hire somebody to do it. He is probably going to be the one to do it. what is that? A fisherman's outfit. Got guys shooting at me from up top. You know what? I have a sniper rifle. Where's it at here? Oh, I don't think I've added it to my... Oh, did they kill me? I'm over here like trying to swap weapons and died. Fuck. Dude, I know. You're not wrong. Those damn kids. Apparently, I don't have that weapon on my hotbar like I thought I did. I'm over here trying to switch weapons and get shot at. Yeah, it's favorited. Why is it not on my... Oh, I guess it was right there. I just didn't see it. Bum diddy bitty bum. Well, just because of that, guys, I'm going to steal the rest of your taters. It's the only one I can see. It's the only one I can see for now. Where did he go? Alright, should be good to loot up now. Go over there in a minute. Oh, that's my cartridge. What's up, Transcend? Coming up for air on the Arc Raiders bench. Nothing in here. Shit. Oh, shit! Dude! I don't know where he went. I'm gonna have to go down and find his body, I think. Alright, if I remember correctly, I can go into perks and change one out. Oh, I said, are you finally coming out? Are you finally coming up for Air Transcend after a weekend binge of Arc Raiders? Yeah, it totally woke me up, Jump Moon. I was not ready for that. I'm like strolling along, like half asleep, haven't finished my coffee yet, and then surprise, motherfucker! Oh man, there is a sweet spot for this thing. There it is. All right, I need to go down and loot that corpse. I don't know where he fell. Probably all the way down. That was like a specialty mutant. Oh, there's a cell right there. Oh shit, what's in here? Oh my. Oh, come on now. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Gotcha, bitch. Duct tape, handyman's secret weapon. Ooh, grenades. Dude, that was a nice little stash in here. Alright. Easing my way out of here. I still gotta go down and find that super mutant corpse. Although I don't know where he fell down to. And then I'll need to come back and go up. Dude, where would he have fallen? Aha! Oh, am I overburdened finally? I think I am overburdened for the first time. I will sort this out in a minute. First, we're gonna go back up because there was more loot, and I still gotta find my quest item. What's up? Take what? No, I just kind of assumed that's what you were playing, Transcend. I kind of assumed you and Deeks went off the deep end this weekend. Yeah, Co-Carnage. That's all he's been doing is Arc. Him and Shroud. I saw a clip of Ninja coming out and saying that he's considering going full time on Arc Raiders, and I was just like, that's interesting. I could probably get rid of like a bunch of this trash. Like the desk fan. Problem is it gives me screws. I do need screws. Fuck. Can I sort by weight? How do you sort? LS. How do you know what it's sorting by? Sort value, sort weight. There we go. Fuck, all these give screws, which I totally need. Did the vase? Yeah, fuck the vase. No, how do I drop? Drop. What else am I carrying? The grenades alone made it worth it? Yes. Grenades are almost always worth it. You know what? I also should probably back at my camp. I've got like 500 stims on me, and those probably weigh a boatload. Stack weight 36. I could probably drop off 400 of those things at my base. Alright, I still got to get my weight down so that I can teleport back to the base in the first place, because you can't port out if you're overburdened. Yeah, let's go through here. Are we still sorting? Sort by weight. See, stack weight on this stuff is not that much. Honestly, I think it's going to come down to all that fucking junk stuff that I've got. The fisherman outfit. Yeah, see, this stuff doesn't weigh anything. How much does that heavy raider weight arm weigh? Drop that. No, not equip it. Drop it. Yeah, here we go. I could probably drop. I've got 26 frag grenades. I got a bunch of I could probably drop all these off back at the base. I got all these. I hate to drop these for the mods, but I'm never gonna use a pipe pistol. We can drop that. There we go. Only one of those hunting rifles was enough to get me down. Okay, I just need to not loot any more shit. That weighs a lot. Just like normal stuff. 10 cans and the like. Alright, let's get up here and get my quest shit and get out of here. Otherwise, I'm gonna inadvertently fill my loot up again. I will take the 10. No, that's not a 10 can. I will take boiled water and iguana soup recipe. Fuck you, I'll unlock the door. Boise says today is the 10th year anniversary of Fallout 4 releasing. Interesting. whatever I need is up here. Wait, I've mutated and become a plague walker. What? How did that happen? How did I mutate? Shit, how did I mutate and how do I get rid of mutations? I don't want to be mutated. Fuck, I'm still fast traveling? Overburdened? What the fuck? I thought I was at 216 out of 220. Now I'm at 210? I'm confused. Wait, now I'm really confused because I got a mutation. How the fuck did I get a mutation? And how do you get rid of mutations? And how do I see my mutation? Status? Effects. Plague Walker. Poison aura scaling with your diseases? How did that happen? And what does that mean? Does that I have a poison aura now? Does that mean I have like a poison dot that surrounds me? That's interesting. I'm still overburdened. Hang on, I gotta deal with this shit. Radaway or a decontamination shower? I do have Radaway. Chance to cure mutations. I mean, it's an interesting mutation. You've recovered from the Plague Walker mutation. Alright, cool. That's interesting. I think I got it when I drank that Nuka-Cola. Don't drink things you find laying around, kids. It might give you weird diseases. Well, I guess we could probably drop some more of these rifles. Now it says I'm at 216 and 220. So I should be able to fast travel, yes? Yeah, after living in Colorado for 12 years, I never want to live in snow ever again. I don't mind traveling to snow. I don't mind vacationing in snow, but I don't want to live in snow. Interactive Storytelling on Twitch says, recently discovered your channel through Starfield. Wonderful to see someone enjoying the game. Thank you very much. Rumors and speculation. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Bethesda, everything they've ever done has eventually come to the PlayStation, so we can make assumptions, but that was also pre-Microsoft. Then again, you know, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle came to the PlayStation about 6 months after. I would assume that Starfield will eventually come to PS5. You never know. What the fuck? Is something hitting me? Where's my fucking... Shit! I'm all panicky. Did I inadvertently do something? I may have. In my panic at breaking everything down. No, it's still here. Why is it not favorited, though? Thank you. It's like, did I break down my sniper rifle by accident? Okay. Yes, I loot goblin everything. Okay. Do I need to repair any of this stuff? Does not look like it. Alright. We're 30 minutes in. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. If this is your first time tuning in, we do Fallout 76 on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We just started this playthrough last week. We're going to be playing for the next 3 months-ish. Coinciding with the second season of the show, which is coming out in mid-December. I'll be reviewing those episodes on YouTube. If you're watching live, we're live on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. So if you prefer the vertical format, you can watch on TikTok. If you prefer the horizontal format, you can watch on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick. Kick is the newest. We had some people asking yesterday why they couldn't seem to subscribe over on Twitch. And I reached out to customer support, and the reason was because if you're on mobile, sometimes the subscribe options don't show up depending on versions of the iOS or app that you are running. So use desktop if you're going to sub. Everything in between the streams happens on YouTube, so make sure to follow along there, because all the game guides, movie reviews, TV show reviews, and otherwise happens on YouTube. Currently watching Pluribus and Witcher Season 4. We're also going to be watching and reviewing Stranger Things final season. There's a homestead channel if you like chickens, ducks, and cats, where my wife and I run our homestead. There's a Discord, there's a Patreon, there's all the socials. Por ustedes que hablan español, buenos días. Estamos aquí todos los días, desde 4:30 de la mañana. Esto es el trabajo. Ahora estamos jugando Fallout 76, lunes, miércoles y viernes. Do I need this Sultan Showroom access cards anymore? Probably not. I'll hold on to the hollows. Okay. Ooh, there was plans. I already know this. Where was aid? I want to get rid of like half of these. Oh, actually, can I put... Yeah, there we go. Okay, that should help out with my weight quite a bit. Alright. Pausas, saludos desde México. Igualmente. Ese es donde vivo. Con mi esposa. Tenemos un homestead aquí en Tabasco. Como 45 minutos de Palenque, más o menos. En el río Usumacinta. What's up, Shiny? There are 19 types of mutations, says Transcend, which can either be beneficial or a hindrance. That one was interesting, because it, like, reduced my strength, but gave me, like, a poison dot. Saludos desde Hidalgo, dice Pau. Excelente. Más frío que aquí, me imagino. Pero había lluvia aquí anoche, entonces. El clima esta mañana está perfecto. Shining like a diamond in the sun. Do you ever have to put ammo in these guns, or do they just go forever? Alright, let's see here. We still need to get one more piece, which is over here for this quest. Before I do that, I'm going to go grab another cup of coffee. So, más café, por favor. Es necesario. I'll be right back. No ammo needed for turrets. Okay, perfect. There are 2 male cats outside that are street cats that are being obnoxious this morning. They've come to the front door 3 times and are messing with our cats. I've got had to go out there a couple times now. Okay. Let's see what we're working on. Well, at least you don't need ammo. It does look like it could take damage though, Because it has like a damage rating. Excuse me. Can I repair these, or do they just go until they blow up? They got cat class and they got cat style. That's right. Alright, I have pretty much everything I need for the moment. Dude, they definitely don't make fast travel cheap. Oh shit, was this where I fought that bot yesterday? Not yesterday, the last time I played. I remember fighting a bot over here somewhere. Yeah, there he is. Mr. Gutsy. He was not fun to fight. I would like to avoid that, because he destroyed all of my armor. Oh shit. Maybe that's not what I'm thinking of. That might be a different one. I hear a vert copter. There it is. There's 2 of them. 3 of them. 4 of them. Jesus, there's like a whole bunch of... What is going on up there? The Brotherhood's up to something.
Threat analysis.
Whoa!
Weapons free.
Dude, did they just drop something? What are they doing over here? Well, they're distracted. I need to go get my shit. Let's go. As long as they don't attack me, we'll be okay. How do I get up in here? Run away! Construct a signal repeater at any tinker's workbench. Well, I know I have one back at my camp. Dribrum says I thought it was the Enclave. I can't remember the differences. I don't even know who the Enclave is. Craft a signal repeater at any tinker's workbench. Aquí tengo. This would probably be under quests. Quest items. Signal repeater. Okay, now I need to go to the National Isolated Radio Array. Déjame checar. Alright, it's 5:30 in the morning. We're supposed to... Our grandniece is supposed to come over this morning for school. She did not go to school last week because she was sick all week. Alright, where am I going? How do I get rid of a marker? There we go. Radio is in that direction. Oh my, that's way over there. Okay, the nearest thing I have would probably be the train station. 19 caps to travel that person's camp. 17 caps. No matter what, I'm spending caps this morning. I would probably be better off going to this train station and then going east to unlock those POIs. Because we've got something here, something down here, and then the radio array. So let's just go here. The Enclave are from Fallout 2 and 3. Oh, it's been forever since I've played. Alright, east. Is this a POI that I can unlock? No, I don't think that is. Is it something up top here, maybe? Slice Pack says, good morning from the UK. Good morning. According to that, there should be something around here that would be a POI that I would unlock, but I'm not seeing anything. Well, it's all good. Let's work our way down over here. Oh, there's something over here. Oh, I'm not going to get an unlockable PI from just the edge. I'm going to have to walk in. You know there's going to be raiders or something in here. Middle Mountain Pit Stop. Chris and I watched episodes 4 and 5 of The Witcher Season 4 last night. I'll have the reviews for those out later today. The plan today, everybody, just so you know, we're going to be playing Fallout 76 for a few hours. Then I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go do my reviews for The Witcher 4. And then this afternoon, for the afternoon stream, I'll be back with Anno 117, Pax Romana. Shout out to Ubisoft for the key. That game does its early access today. Technically comes out on the 13th, but I'll be playing that this afternoon on the PS5. And then we will probably play that in the afternoons for the rest of the week. The campaign is supposedly pretty short, like 10 hours or so, maybe, is what I was reading online, like 10 to 15 hours. I'm not really interested in all the other Super Whammy stuff. I do want to do the story campaign, though, so I'm definitely siding with the Celts. We're going to do Albion, and we're going to side with the Celts. I already know that for a fact, because I love all the Celtic stuff. So that'll be this afternoon, so make sure you tune in for that if you can. It will get its own playlist on YouTube, so never fear. Esta mañana estamos jugando Fallout 76, pero en el tarde hoy, por el stream del tarde, vamos a jugar Anno 117, Pax Romana, cortesía de Ubisoft. Gracias a ellos por la copia del videojuego en el PS5. Pero por el momento estamos en 76. Unas 3 horas, 4 horas. Y después voy a descansar un poco. Tengo que grabar mis reviews por episodios 4 y 5 de The Witcher temporada 4 en YouTube. Entonces, si están siguiendo ahorita en Twitch, TikTok, Kick, no olvides a seguirme en YouTube porque todos los videos entre los streams, YouTube. That's right, Hector. You gotta betray the Romans. We will definitely be going with the
5 pounds of aluminum, 10 pounds of steel.
Celts.
How goes?
Oh, these are friendlies. All right. Friendly. Friendly. Is that a rad roach? A diseased rad roach. Oh, get away. Oh, I did not mean to do that.
Hazmat suits don't grow on trees. It took forever to collect all these.
This is actually not where I want to be, but that's cool. Alright, now we gotta go up here for the quest.
New here?
What have the Romans ever done for us? Dude, that was a lot of rads. I probably shouldn't have gone through the green goo. What the? Oh, shit!
Sure, we take things, but we're cleaning up this
No,
mess.
I want the body. I'll take the rads, man. Transcendent Egyptians for the win. Oh, did you guys see the news that Brendan Fraser and why am I blanking on her name? They both are signed on and are going to be filming a 4th Mummy movie. I can't wait. Both, Cottrell. I mean, I've played the game. I've dabbled a couple of times over the years, but I've never actually played it. I've hopped on and played the first 10 levels a couple of times in between other projects, but I've never had the time to sink my teeth in. And I've got Rochelle Weiss. Thank you. I announced this series about a month ago. We're currently doing a deep dive of Fallout 76 on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And we're playing Elder Scrolls Online, doing a deep dive of that game as well on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. The morning streams. 6 days a week are dedicated to Bethesda games. This is the season of Bethesda in my house. And in the afternoons, we're playing other games. I do 2 streams a day. This is the day job. I play a lot of games. We're coming up on our 4th year anniversary of full-time content creation and streaming in February. We just crossed 60,000 on YouTube last night, so thanks to everybody for that. It actually happened yesterday while the aircon maintenance guy was here. I was out of the office for about 4 hours yesterday afternoon, and I came back and I had like 60,009 followers, so thank you everybody for following along. Obviamente estamos vivos en muchos lugares, pero anoche cruzamos 60,000 seguidores en YouTube. Gracias. We start the streams every morning at 4:30 a.m. We are about an hour in this morning. Usually stream for 3 to 4 hours in the morning and 3 to 4 hours in the afternoon. Well, we're not getting in there. Is there a break in the fence? What the fuck is that? Legendary treasure hunter. How can I get a headshot on him from here? You fucker, are you running? There's one anyway. Where'd the other one go? Ah! Where'd the other one go? There was another treasure hunter around here somewhere. Oh! What the fuck? A mutant hound. That scared the shit out of me. I like ran in there and it yeeted me off the edge of the... Woot! Alright, cool. Alright. We survived. We survived. Okay. That was cool. I found one of those treasure hunters the other day. There was 2 of them right here. I'll sort out the loot later. I don't know what I got. Thanks for the gifted subs, Shiny, over on YouTube. Appreciate it. Gifting 5 memberships this morning. Thank you very much. That's right. This morning on Live 76 KBFM. Welcome to the channel, friends. We're doing a deep dive into Fallout 76. If you've never played, it's your loss. Get on board today. Bethesda is the spacer's choice. No, that's Obsidian, but you know. The smart kids choose Fallout. This moment to reload. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of legendaries. I will sort those out later. Right now, I'm gonna finish up this quest. Shiny. Thanks again for the gifted subs. Appreciate it. By the way, guys, we'll be doing a new channel member video today on YouTube, so stay tuned for that. Up, 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 up. I heard you, buddy. Headshot. Oop, oop, oop. It's just a coffee cup. I was like, 10 can? Divert power to the repeater. What system am I playing on? Mine? Like, why would I play on someone else's system? Array status. Divert power to auxiliary component. If you've not been authorized to make adjustments to the system or its components, please remain where you are and submit to automated federal law enforcement when they arrive. Failure to comply may result in involuntary termination of employment and/or life. Contact system administrator. Did that work? I'm assuming it did because it like disappeared off my... Now that I've powered up the signal repeater component, Rose's signal should come in loud and clear, and I should go back and see her. Which was... Yeah, top of the world. That's where I'm supposed to go back
This is
to.
an emergency alert. It's the end of the world, and we're all...
Oh shit, she's contacting me.
I love this thing. My friend, you just helped me tap into the emergency broadcast system for the whole region. This is gonna be so much fun! But enough small talk. Full disclosure...
I'm on the
I
Xbox, guys.
succeeded getting my signal working. So I was just gonna kill you and take your stuff when you came back. If you came back at all, that is. Guess it'd be a real dick move for me to do that now. Look, I'm what you people would call a raider. Killing, stealing, and cheating is kind of my shtick. And thanks to you, I've got a working radio. So I can reach other like-minded individuals and get them to join me. You've opened the floodgates. Hey, come see me at the top of the world when you get the chance. I've got something for ya, and I pinky swear I won't kill ya.
Pinky swear. Una pregunta por ustedes que hablan español. ¿Cómo se llama pinky swear? ¿Es como un juro de dedo? ¿Cómo? Nunca escuché esto en español. Pinky swear. I swear. Lo juro por mi dedo. ¿Cómo se dice esto? Pinky swear. I've never heard that before in Spanish. Crossplay would be great. Crossplay would be awesome. Highness says, I've been watching your Elder Scrolls Online playthrough on YouTube. Nice. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Thank you. For the record, anybody who's watching and you're new, you can always watch the VODs and play back the VODs on any platform, but I do break everything down into episodic format in YouTube, on playlists in YouTube. And so if you ever miss any of the VODs and you don't want to sit through a 4-hour stream, you can go watch an episodic format. Everything gets cut down. All the streams get cut into playlists. There's over 10,000 videos on YouTube, so go dive in. The tent is completely optional. Beck Show says hello from Base Mexico. Igualmente. Mi transmisión vivo es desde México. Igual. Vivo aquí con mi esposa. 15 años en México. Cumple 15 años en agosto. Fin de agosto. No recuerdo la fecha exactamente, pero como 23 de agosto o algo. 2025 es 15 años aquí. Back to top of the world. But need and want are completely different things. Like, yeah, need and want are two different things. Oh, I'm gonna have to kill my way in here because they definitely saw me. Yeah, juggling one inventory is an acquired taste, correct. Like, you don't have to have it. Is it convenient? Fuck yeah, it's convenient. Did I buy it for Elder Scrolls Online? I absolutely did. Because I'm crafting an Elder Scrolls Online, so the ESO Plus sub for me was worth it. Here, I don't need it. I don't need the bag here because I'm not doing any, I have no problem fast traveling back to my camp. Oh, these guys are going to be really hard to hit. So go play Resident Evil, Mike Jones, really. It's not hard. Like, if a game doesn't offer you what you want, or if you're not enjoying a game, yeah, definitely go play the other game that gives you the things you want. Well, Beck, my wife is Mexican, so, and yeah, all her family is Mexican, and tengo residencia permanente en México. Imagínate si estoy viviendo aquí por 15 años y no hablo el idioma. Falta respeto, ¿no? Y mi español no es perfecto, pero... Where is that guy shooting at me from? No, I'm not playing Arc Raiders. I don't like extraction games. I don't like PvP. He's up in this tower, I think. God, he sounds like a Tusken Raider. There he is. That's right. See yourself out, Mike Jones. Remember, kids, we're here to play games and have fun. If you're not having fun playing a video game, go do something else. And if you're not having fun playing the game that I'm playing, that's fine. Go somewhere else. We're here to celebrate and have fun with the games we play. So if you're here to have fun and enjoy the video game that I'm playing, welcome aboard. If you're here to be a crybaby bitch, go away. I don't want you here. I don't like this game because of X, Y, and Z. Well, I don't care. I'm not you. I'm having fun playing this game. Go piss in somebody else's Cheerios. Right? I want to be miserable when I play games. I feel like every single day there's always at least one. There's always at least one person in the first hour of the stream who just wants to crybaby bitch their way through the morning. I've not had enough coffee yet to deal with crybaby bitches, so. You're in the wrong place if you want to act like a bitch. Because if you act like a bitch on my channel, I'm going to treat you like a bitch. Act a bitch, get treated like a bitch. We do not cater to little whiny bitches on my channel. Let me cry about all the things I hate about this video game. Man. My mama didn't love me when I was a baby. Man. Here we go. Is that a... What is that? It's a post. Ooh, ammo box. Gray says if I wanted to watch trolls in an active environment, I'd watch someone like Asmongold. You're right. Oh, that's funny shit. Getting lots of new guns to break down up here. Ooh, more ammo box. Ooh, crisps. Dude, at some point I'm gonna have to put some of this ammo in my stash box because I literally have like 700 rounds of this stuff. Happy birthday, Lou. What is that? A wooden ski. Alright, I think that's everything here. Flamethrower trap. I triggered it and took a little bit of damage. Oops! Beksha says suena muy bien la verdad, gracias. Más o menos, está bien. Aún tengo problemas con verbos, futuro, pasado, contexto. Lo que pasa es, nunca estudié español, simplemente aprende de años hablando con gente. Y la buena cosa es ahora estamos cuidando nuestro, ¿cómo se llama? Grand niece. Es nieta, sobrina, sobrina, niete. Estamos cuidándola lunes a viernes. Tiene 3 años de edad. Y estoy aprendiendo más español básico con ella. Porque habla muy sencilla, ¿no? Y ella está aprendiendo inglés, perdón, en la casa. Y creo que la esperanza es con las tareas que está trayendo en la casa yo puedo aprender mejor verbos, pasado, futuro, etc. I think grandniece in Spanish is sobrina nieta. I think. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, it's the Marine Corps birthday. Okay. Man, I probably don't need to loot all of these corpses. Well, I've got some remains here. That's not good.
Oh, I see now. You're here about that guy, huh? Well, good luck getting anything out of him. He's been dead a while.
Madigan found something, a game changer. What was it?
Who knows what goes through their dopey responder brains? Can you imagine going through life 100% chem-free? Anyway, you're probably looking for that scorch detector uplink thingamajig he was trying to install when they caught him. Seems real handy. I know where it is, but I'm not ready to talk. But maybe, if you help me out, I'll trust you enough.
So I have a crazy robot, apparently, that I'm going to have to deal with. Before I can learn more about his fate.
Well, this is a little awkward. Not what either one of us expected, eh?
Buenos días.
To prove I'm not a monster, I scrounged up some old junk to give you as a reward.
Oh, chacho. Mira cuántas hormigas están aquí. Yo saqué como 30 en la mañana, pero están entrando por allá abajo en la pared. Y siempre cuando estaba lloviendo fuerte es cuando llegan aquí. Sí, están aquí. Y yo creo que tenemos que tapar los grietos allá. So it rained last night a lot, and we have these. They're not dangerous. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see these. Oh, did it fall? It probably fell in my coffee. Damn it! Where did it go? Seriously, I think it might have fallen in my coffee. Oh, there it is. Well, no, that's a different one. Here. So, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. These ants. They have wings, and they only show up after it pours down rain. And there's like a crack in my... They don't bite or anything, but they're annoying. And they basically they come in and they get all over the bed and they cling to the wall. I've already thrown out like this morning. I literally came in here, flipped on the light, and picked them all off the bed, put them in a cup, and threw them out the back door. It probably did jump in my hair. I don't know where that one went that I dropped. It probably did fall in my coffee. Anyway, good morning. Chris is up, so since she came in the office, I don't have to go out of the office to say good morning. No, these aren't termites. These are just a weird little type of ant that only comes in when it rains. The termites are... Yeah, there are termites in the woods.
Oh, hey, I had something to say to you. Now, what was it? Right. So, wanna help me out again?
I guess I don't have a choice. Why should I help you? You almost backstabbed me.
Almost. I almost backstabbed you, but clearly I didn't, or you'd be dead. Point is, you're alive and stronger for it because of me. Did I even get a thank you for that? No.
Yeah, imagine being so pressed over companies, like that you did refund a game because of a tweet somebody made. That's baby mentality.
So the old bands of
I'm
ravers
gonna
and
refund
casuals
everything
like
Bethesda has
pet
ever made
projects or
because
whatever,
I don't like the
keep
company.
y'all special.
I've
I'm
gotten
never
thousands
going
of
to
hours
rebuild
of
a
enjoyment
raider
out of the
army.
games,
I
but
need to
I don't
figure
like
out
their
which of these
company
crazy
anymore, so I'm
tactics
gonna
actually
refund
work.
everything.
We both win.
That's a
I
baby
get
mentality.
answers, and you get a new toolbox full of scary things you can use to terrify your enemies and gross out your friends.
All right. I don't believe any of your crap, Rose.
Ho, 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 ho! Standing up to me! Guess you do have a spine after all. You don't have to believe me to learn from me. I'm offering to help you find new and crazy ways to mess people up. And then, when you get what you want, we part ways. Work for ya.
I mean, I really don't have a choice. What? Como cantando? Pero no es un gallo. Es gallina. No mames, como. Espérame. Did she do it again? I gotta look this up. So we have a hen. Holy shit. So we've had chickens for 4 years, right? And my mom's had chickens. I've never heard a hen crow before. Hen is a female chicken. So I have this. It's if you're following the Homestead channel, we had these four little chickens gifted to us like I don't know 6 months ago, and only one of them is still around. We butchered the two roosters, and then the third drowned in an accident. And she's the only one left, and she's been laying eggs for like 2 or 3 weeks. She's been laying eggs, and I didn't think anything of it. I heard a rooster crow. I heard a rooster crow out back this morning, and was like, "That sounds weird." I didn't think anything of it because we have a rooster, and it sounded different than the rooster that we have. I was like, maybe it's one of the neighbors. And Chris just called me out back because she's like, "Oh my God, this hen." We call her Pimienta Pepper because she's white and black, pepper colored. She's crowing. She's an egg-laying hen, and she suddenly is crowing this morning for the first time ever. And I'm in here, and now I'm looking on Google, and it says hens can crow, that it is rare. It can happen in an all-female flock when a hen takes on a dominant masculine role or due to hormonal changes. Holy crap. So there's like 6 roosters in the properties around us, and they're all crowing right now, and all of a sudden this hen is I've never heard a hen crow before. She's about 6 months old. Oh my god! That is a trip, dude. I gotta see if I can capture this on video. I've never heard a hen crow before. I didn't even know that was a thing that could happen. That's funny. That chicken though, she's been hand fed since she was a baby. She doesn't like Chris that much, but she loves me. So when I call her name, she comes running to the fence, um, and I hand feed her all the time. She's about 6 months old. Yeah, that's a trip, man.
We'll start with my personal favorite, Karma. No,
Yeah,
not
it's
that
got to be
new age
something about the
bullshit.
hormonal stuff because
I'm
she just
talking
started laying
about a gem
eggs
that hits hard but leaves you
a couple
reeling.
weeks ago. She's also
I've
very
got some friends
solitary.
figured out a way to weaponize
She
it.
doesn't
I'm gonna lend you my old syringer, and you're gonna modify it to shoot Karma darts.
she doesn't associate with the other
Just
chickens,
bring
and
it
she doesn't
back,
want to be a part of the
and I'll
flock.
find you and kill
She actually
ya.
lives with the ducks.
Seriously.
She actually, and the
Not
funny thing is, she lays her
joking.
eggs at
I
night
really
like a
will.
duck. So all the other chickens lay their eggs during the daytime. She lays her eggs at like 3 or 4 in the morning. Because she's lived with ducks her whole existence. I've never heard a hen crow though, man. That's really. All right, add. Add a Karma syringe barrel mod to Rose's syringe. I wonder if there's any mod stations outside.
I'll be keeping an eye on you from up here. I can see just about anything with my robot eyes from these viewfinders. And lucky you, since you have to tap into the emergency broadcast system, you can hear my lovely voice from anywhere.
What the fuck? This is the mezzanine level, and apparently I may have chosen the wrong level to come out on. Oh my god, there's shit everywhere. Shit, I'm out of AP. Oh, I hear another one. There's still something out there somewhere. Oh, there's definitely something over here. This is the elevator, right? Yeah. Sweet. Add a Karma syringe barrel mod to Rose's syringer. Modify. Rose's syringer. Add a what now? A Karma syringe barrel mod.
Now that you've got yourself some karma, it's time to see it in action. There's a mean old Mama Yaogwai I like to call. Actually, strike that. I lost track of her a while back, so just make it so there's one less Yaogwai to worry about. I don't care which one. If you can't find a Yaogwai, find something else that's tough so you can see the karma in action. I know, it sounds crazy to make a beast like that tougher and nastier. But once karma wears off, it'll be as weak as a newborn kitten. That's when you finish it off, assuming you survive the initial effects. Have fun!
I gotta shoot it with a Karma syringe. Okay. I gotta go find a... Whoop, 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 I heard you. I fucking missed. Okay. I've got to get out of here. Oh, I hear another one. Damn, these guys are everywhere. Shit, that's something. Down to Appalachia. Grace says in the back of my mind, chickens mainly due to Sword of Truth. Man, I haven't read those novels in forever. I remember enjoying those up until the point where he started, like... He became one of the most arrogant assholes. Terry Goodkind. He was one of those unicorn examples of a guy whose the first novel he ever wrote sold at auction for a, at the time, record like 100,000 plus, like a six-figure deal. So it was like a J.K. Rowling type scenario where, you know, he got extremely lucky in that. He was a good writer, and the first thing he ever wrote went to auction and made him a shitload of money, and he became a New York Times bestselling author, and then he immediately turned into an arrogant asshole who unfortunately treated his fans like shit. And then I think the early Sword of Truth novels were really pretty fun and entertaining, but then the later novels, it just got so wrapped up in the philosophy, his personal politics and his personal philosophies, it became less about the journey of the characters. But Richard and Caitlin were awesome. I loved the show they did. Like that show, the Sword of Truth show, was super fun. And those, Wizard's First Rule, like, yeah, those books are always going to be, they're going to hold a special place in my heart. But I never read any of his other work, never cared to, didn't enjoy the latter novels, but the first 4 or 5 are pretty good. But also had some seriously weird sadomasochistic stuff in them as well. When you're a book author, do you receive 50% like from your book sales on Amazon? No. Commissions on Amazon depend on what you're selling your book for. So it also depends on if it's print or physical. Yeah, you have to be able to, unfortunately, you have to be able to separate the art from the artist. Like, I still enjoyed Terry Goodkid's books, even though I didn't agree with his, he was an arrogant asshole in real life, and his later books were really weird. Rowling is another good example. I love the Harry Potter books. Always going to love the Harry Potter books. Always going to love the Harry Potter movies. She is a pretty gnarly, her fame has given her, they say that money just really kind of amplifies who you really are. And she is definitely not a nice person in real life, J.K. Rowling. But I think she is a brilliant writer and a brilliant, world builder, and I love the world of Harry Potter. But yeah, she is not a good human being, unfortunately. I mean, shit, I'm sure people say the same thing about me. So I mean, turnabout is fair play. Alright, we're looking for a Yao Guai. And I have to shoot it with a syringer, apparently. Correct, she gets a lot of hate and threats. Nobody should get hate and threats. That's for sure. Like, you're entitled to have your own opinion. But to be fair, she also, she has said some pretty nasty things on social media. I think the recent thing where you had Emma, what's her name, Watson or whatever, doing a press tour recently, and like, oh, I just wish that, I have these fond memories of Joe when I was a kid. And then Rowling fires back, and she's like, bitch, please. You've been a millionaire since you were like 7 years old. You don't fucking know anything about the real world. Get the fuck out of here. And I'm just like, damn. All right, she's not wrong, but damn. Like, I mean, when you're a billionaire, there is no off button. I'll tell you one thing though. If I ever get to that point where I no longer have to worry about, worrying about bringing in money, you will not see me fighting with people on social media. I will immediately delete all my social media accounts. Not delete them, but I will no longer be active and I will be disappearing from the world. I have a love-hate relationship with social media. I love it for my work and I hate it for what it is. Because holy fuck, the human species has some really nasty people in it. Alright, it's somewhere down over here. Alright, Mr. Log. You're impeding my movement. I don't even know what the critter I'm looking for looks like, but I'm getting close. As long as it's not like a death claw. What the fuck? Oh, probably those firecracker. I walked through a firecracker plant. Okay, we got a building up here. Oh. That is a Yao Guai? Do I have to kill it?
Stupid Yowboy. Well, he didn't chicken out and he didn't fuck up. So, that's a win in my book. Now put that thing out of its misery so we can get to the next task. Oh yeah, I've got another task for you after this. Word to the wise, that karma stuff can backfire on you if you're not careful. And take it from me, you don't want to use it on yourself. Unless, you're really confident you can kill everything around you before it wears off. Okay, next we've got explosions. The trappers would rig up bait with explosives to take on some of the more dangerous game out there. I want you to go make some explosive bait and don't blow your fingers off in the process. You're not a robot like me. No replacement hands for you.
This is interesting. There's a Overseer's vault here. But I haven't been led here yet. So like, if I take this, am I doing it out of order? Fuck it.
Overseer's Log, Missile Silo Alpha. No one's here. Not even any military survivors. And my are the best. I don't think Vault-Tec asserting jurisdiction over the nukes would have gone over well. But it also means I'm locked out. Access is restricted to the highest-ranking officers. It's not gonna be easy to fool. If we can't secure these sites... My God. The automated factory in the silo? Just how many nukes can it make?
Checkpointed. Hang on, I got a new... Why didn't it...
I had a directive from Vault-Tec. Secure the region's 3 nuclear missile silos. had to make sure they didn't fall into the wrong hands. I knew I couldn't do it alone, so I asked you, my Vault 76 family, for help. And what did you do? My God, why? How could you do this? We were supposed to take control of the nukes, not engage in an Appalachian arms race. Please, stop this madness. The cycle of destruction has to stop! I haven't lost faith in you. I know you are good people and will do the right thing. If anything, I've lost my faith in Vault-Tec. They gave me a mission I could never accomplish on my own. They must have known I'd need your help. Did they also know what you do? It's just so hard not to feel manipulated.
Manipulated. No, government doing things that you don't want them to do? Say it ain't so. Government lying to you about what they're doing? No, never. Never happen. Alright. Excuse me. Craft explosive bait at any tinker's workbench. Find materials to craft explosive bait. I bet I have the materials back at my home base. So guess what? We're gonna go spend caps again. Roberta's Bar says the Harry Potter guy was the richest teenager in UK for years and years. Yeah, he was. Yeah, lots of celebrities have kids that live in poverty or family members. Like, I honestly did not know that Patrick Stewart had children until he did an interview recently, like within the last couple of years, as he's like 80 years old now or whatever. And like in the interview, somebody asked him about his children, and he said, "That's the one regret I have in my life is that I am estranged from my children." Because he's like, when I had kids, all I ever cared about was being an actor, and that was my passion in life, and so I ignored my kids to pursue my career, and as a result, I am estranged from my children, from my adult children. And I was like, I didn't even know the guy had kids. Like, Patrick Stewart to me has always just been like Patrick Stewart, and I never, his private life has always been private. Anthony Hopkins is estranged from his children as well. He had kids and is estranged from those kids. There are lots of famous rich people who have, Josh Brolin famously loves his brother to death, but his brother is like a raging alcoholic and drug addict and has just had horrible problems his whole life. He's an obese man, and Josh Brolin has talked multiple times about, he loves his brother and he hangs out with his brother all the time and everything else, but his brother has all of these problems and is not a famous Hollywood actor and has his own life. I mean, there's plenty of examples of that. Like, and I don't think that just because, I don't know, it's complicated, but I'll tell you one thing. I am no contact for the most part with my parents. My parents, when I was growing up, my dad was extremely wealthy, but he worked very hard. My dad worked from the time he was 14 years old. He worked from younger than that because he worked on construction sites from the time he was a kid. But when he was 14, he took out a loan and he went and bought a small herd of dairy cattle, and he grew that herd of dairy cattle, and then he started a construction company. And the first time he retired, he was 30 years old. He had grown this huge construction company. He sold it and then retired, and he moved the family to Colorado and bought, and he thought he was going to be retired forever. Then he got bored and wanted to start companies again. So my dad, I grew up having a dad who had a very successful construction company, 25 employees, a dairy farm, a ranch worth millions of dollars, and yeah, not a single penny of anything ever. Um, no handouts, no freebies, um, no, I'm going to pay for your college. I got kicked out when I was 15. And I remember one time I had oh, I could tell horror stories. I probably don't need to go down that route. But yeah, there were times I worked for him and I got fired like 5 or 6 times. He held my paychecks from me a few times. Um, One time when I've talked about this before. I had congestive lung failure when I was 22, and I ended up in the hospital while I was working for him. No insurance. He had no insurance on me. Oh yeah, they have a big. He has sold most of the ranch off that he had, but he had a big 1,200 acre ranch, 1,200 acres, and they have sold most of it, and now they have rental properties around the United States. They have several rental properties that they own, and they're older now. He can't ranch anymore. But I remember I got congestive lung failure. I passed out on a job site. He had no insurance on me. I couldn't work for 6 months, so I claimed unemployment, and I started collecting unemployment checks. Motherfucker took me to court. My own father took me to court so that he didn't have to pay unemployment checks. So I was able to claim unemployment for about 3 months, and about 3 months into my unemployment, I got a call that I was being taken to court by my own father to so that he didn't have to pay unemployment on it, because he claimed that I was just being a lazy sack of shit who didn't want to work, and that I didn't deserve the unemployment because, yeah, it's fucked up. This is a lot of reasons I don't really have a relationship with my parents. That's an example of someone who was very wealthy, had the money, should have paid for it, should have had insurance on me, and he didn't. And then took me to court over unemployment. Yeah. Rich people can be dicks just because they have money. It's like there are a lot of examples of people who are extremely wealthy and have never done shit for their family members or kids. Yes, he taught me how to not be a dick of a boss. That's for sure. And he's a good Christian. He is, Hector. He is a Bible thumping, go to church every Sunday. I'm a good Christian. You're exactly right. He has zero contact with myself, zero contact with my other brother. He does have contact with my sister, but that's recent. It's only been in recent years that they have had contact with my sister. And my sister lives in another state very far away from them. And the only reason he's in contact with my sister is because he's getting older, and my brother and I want nothing to do with the estate inheritance bullshit. So he's basically using my sister to handle all the inheritance stuff. But it's like they've tried very hard to establish contact in the past years. And I went and saw them. I've been open about this. I went and had lunch with them in June of last year, because I was out helping my brother move, and I at least, because my wife asked me to, I went and had lunch with them. But it was, I was in and out in 3 hours, and there was it was literally just my dad not being able to grasp why I'm content playing video games for a living, and I'm not making $100,000 a year, and why would you do that? I can't grasp it. I don't understand what you're doing with your life. Why aren't you trying to make money and be wealthy? And it's like, because I don't want to be like you, I get to wake up, play games in my boxers, enjoy a little bit of Santa's salad, drink wine. I own everything. You don't have to have millions of dollars to be happy in life, kids. But yeah, it's and he kept trying the whole time I was there for dinner. He kept trying to talk politics, kept wanting to talk about inflation and immigration, and I just kept every time he would try to bring up politics, I would turn to my mom and be like, "Mom, this steak is delicious. Mom, this cheesecake is really good. Mom, this is." Every single time he was getting so frustrated. But yeah, it's rough having parents that are like that. So I mean, I get it, who knows what, you know, all these rich people, most of them are going to be estranged from their kids for various reasons. Utah says going through a house fire right now. I couldn't imagine going through this with parents like that. Correct. Yeah, it's nuts, Ben. Tinker's workbench. Explosive bait. Is that gonna be a quest item? No. What is that under? Grenades? No. Mines? Explosive bait. Oh shit, I need radstag meat. Yep, people like that can scar you for life if you let them. They can, yeah. It's, you have to be resilient. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. I want to scrap things. Do I care about these? I really don't. But I can sell them at the train stations in exchange for those ticket things. What is it pointing me towards up here? I'm assuming that's going to be radstag meat up in here. It's not pointing me to any down around where I'm at. It's too late. You've got an image of me in your head with my boxers on. That's right. Where's that box? Water filter plan. Definitely take that. Bunch of good stuff in the donations box today. But I got a water filter plan. At some point, I need to go make...
dangerous to go alone. It's dangerous to go in groups. It's just dangerous out there.
It
So
is dangerous
stock
out
up
there, sir.
here.
Stock up here. I'm never gonna use mines. It didn't let me sell that. Value 19.
Wanna buy some junk?
Oh man, do I need to?
This vendor unit is equipped with anti-theft measures. Don't get any ideas, chump. Caps available in exchange for pillaged. Loot.
Yeah, my dad was a
Pillaged.
great example of
Loot. Available
how not to
in
do things for
exchange
sure. And I
for
think
caps.
everybody could say that, you know, for the most part. If you had like everybody wants to be different than their parents. I think everybody has examples of things their parents have done that they didn't like. But I think we can all have. There are examples of really good parents in the world. There are examples of really bad parents in the world. Nobody's perfect, for sure. And I may talk about it a lot, you know, when we have conversations, but like I don't bear them any ill will because I look at all the things they did and I realize that the reason they did the things they did are multifold. One, they had me when they were 17 and 16 was when they got pregnant with me and they got married. They got married and had me like really young. They were children. Children should not have kids. I really am a firm believer that you should not be squirting out babies until you're in your mid to late 20s. Like you don't have the mental maturity to handle being a parent when you're still 17 and 16. So my parents, you know, 18, 17 years old, I'm a 1-year-old baby. You know, what the fuck? That's the first problem. Second problem was they got hook, line, and sinker into Focus on the Family, which was James Dobson's cult in the United States. James Dobson just died a couple months ago. No one was sad that he died. The internet was full. That's all I saw for like a week was people celebrating the death of James Dobson because his religious cult brainwashed tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of boomer generation parents into like literally their way. You know, he told people in his books, treat your children like dogs, beat them with the stick, beat them with newspapers, beat them into obedience, make them fear you. And that's what my parents did. That's literally what my dad did. My dad believed and still believes that James Dobson's way of Christianity is the true way of Christianity. And so I look at that and I feel sorry for my parents. I don't feel anger. Don't get me wrong. I do not feel anger towards my parents. I don't have any ill will against them. I don't have any rancor against my parents. Because I recognize that they were children who were brainwashed into a cult. And they had me and my other siblings when they were way too young. They should have not had children at that age. And the fact that they were brainwashed by a cult, you know, so I just look at that and I'm like, I don't want anything to do with that. Just stay. You're there. I'm here. Since I was able to make money online and make a living on the internet, I have chosen to live in countries other than the US. I have chosen to live as a digital nomad all around the world because I want to be far, far, far away from them and their influence. And I have my own life. I do my own thing. Um, You know, I accept that they squirted me out, but the thing is they have never treated any of their children like children. It was literally, I have a farm and a construction company, and I'm gonna raise a bunch of like spawn to work for free for me, so that I don't have to pay other people. Because that's what you do. You make a bunch of progeny, and they work for free. And I'm just like, yeah, I've recognized that that's just, it's kind of like, I think it's like the same way a lot of people feel like if someone has a mental issue, you look at them and you feel sorry for them. You know? Oh yeah, he totally won. He won. It was a 2-month court battle, and he eventually won, and I lost unemployment. But I did get to collect checks for about 5 months. The 3 months before, and then the 2 months during. But then he won the case, and yeah, it was messed up. The real thing is I didn't fight it. You know, I was just like, I was living with my grandma recovering from shit, and I didn't have the energy or the willpower to deal with it. I was just like, whatever. It's not a good time for me. But yeah, there's nothing like being taken to court by your own by your own father over unemployment that he didn't want to pay. It's just fucked up, man. Rad stags. I'm guessing I gotta go up here. That's like north. Go north, young man. We have to find some rad stags. Basically, probably just need to follow the railway. That's probably the safest option. I'm a big believer in family is not blood. Family is what you choose to make it. Definitely been my policy in life. First time I've seen a mining node. Definitely love aluminum. I need that for lots of crafting. Man, I still got a long way to go. Jesus, they make you really hoof it for the rad stag meat. Nice, that turned into a fast travel waypoint. Can you ever add like a automatic magazine to these sniper rifles? Or something to make the firing... I'm assuming we can mod it to be quicker fire. I would love it if I could get like a semi-automatic or an automatic magazine on it. Just be able to like... for the 7 rounds or whatever. Problem is I haven't found any other sniper rifles to break down. Marksman rifles to get mods. Quest completed. Welcome to the neighborhood. What was that? Something up there which I don't need. Meet the returned Brotherhood. The Brotherhood of Steel's returned to Appalachia, taking over the old Atlas Observatory. I don't want that to be an active quest right now. But I do want to run up here and grab this as a waypoint. If I can. Champion Alliance as I grew up in a Christian household, felt my mother represented it well. Unfortunately, it became a lot of twisted versions of the faith as with anything reading the Bible says. Yeah, I think and the funniest thing about this is parents who refuse to admit that they ever did anything wrong. So I have parents who are the classic narcissist cult members. And one of my memories, and my mom, when I posted this on Facebook years ago. I don't really use Facebook anymore, but I used to use it quite a bit, and I used to do a lot of blogging and stuff. And I think there was a point where I said, essentially, I can remember being around 5 years old, around there, 5 or 6, and this is how culty my parents were. My parents moved us out into the middle of the Mark Twain National Forest in Missouri, several hours from town, so that we could live in the woods. And in the woods, there was a guy who, with his wife and his children, who were all adults, they had a church in the middle of the woods, which also doubled as a preschool, kindergarten, grade school. That was all religious curriculum. So my parents moved us out into the middle of the woods, and we went to this school that was in the middle of the Mark Twain National Forest in the middle of the woods. And this guy owned a private piece of property, a private piece of land. It had a cave on it, it had woods. and all the family members lived in houses around the property, and they had this church and school. And I can remember being 5 or 6 years old, and this pastor came to our home, and my parents and this pastor physically held on to me and made me commit myself to Jesus Christ when I was 5 years old by screaming at me about how I was going to burn in hell. And that if I didn't commit myself to Jesus Christ, I was going to burn in hell forever. And so, poor little 5 or 6 year old me, I'm almost pissing my pants with fear of burning in hell, this image of burning forever, because this loving God is going to burn me if I don't commit myself to him. And I'm being held by 3 adults who are yelling at me that I need to commit myself to Jesus Christ or I'm going to burn forever. So okay, I don't want to burn in a fire. Okay. As an adult, I posted on social media years ago. I was like, that to me is the equivalent of being physically raped. I was mentally violated. I was mentally raped by adults who they held me down and obligated me to join their religion. As I've been screaming and crying and terrified, right? That's the same thing as physical grape. It's just mental grape. And graping is not acceptable. It's a criminal offense. So I will to this day never understand why mental violation is acceptable. And when I posted that on social media, my mom lost her shit and sent me all these private messages about how that's just not what happened. And I'm so sorry that you've lost your way. You're gonna, it's so sad that you're gonna burn in hell for all eternity. I really wished you would have not turned out this way. Okay, Mom. Yeah, I am not a fan of, what's if Deeks? Yeah, perfect time to joy flying turtle. Oh, he's gonna run. Man, I don't want to fall down there. That's a long drop. So that's the short version of why I rejected religion and don't have a lot of contact with my parents. But as I said, I look back on that and it's like, the reason they did what they did is because they were brainwashed into believing that's what they were supposed to do by the James Dobson organization. And cults are dangerous, man. I think there are a lot of wasn't it Joaquin's Phoenix? His family, like, they all went off and lived on a crazy cult compound when he was a kid, and he was able to get out of it, you know? There are plenty of examples of people who have grown up in cult-like environments. But, like, I didn't know any of that was culty behavior until I was an adult. And then, like, going, you know, when the Jim Jones thing happened, and then I looked at that, and then I looked at what I was like, holy shit, did I literally manage to escape a Jim Jones type environment? Like, I didn't think about that when I was I didn't, I had no clue. You're a product of your environment, right? Like, but as an adult, I can look back on that and go, holy shit, you know, like my parents were literally in a cult, living in the middle of the woods because the world is evil, and we're gonna come out here and listen to Mr. Dobson tell us how to beat our children into submission, and we're gonna live in the woods with like 20 other parents who also believe in beating their children into submission, and we're all gonna go to church together in the middle of the fucking woods, 2 hours away from civilization. I was like, holy shit, I grew up in a cult. I did not know that. You know, the realization as you get to be an adult, it's like, holy moly. At least I made it out alive, right? Correct. We all trust our parents without question when we're children because we don't know any better. No, I was not allowed to play. Well, we had. I've told this story before. We had. I was able to play some PC games, but only approved games. My dad got very mad when my grandmother bought us a Nintendo Entertainment System. And my parents locked the controllers in the gun safe. We were only allowed to play Nintendo on Sundays after church and occasionally on Saturdays after chores. For about an hour, and that was it. And my mom bought like a bunch of those Christian video games for the Nintendo Entertainment System. So one of the reasons that I pursued gaming with such a passion when I became an adult was because I could. And I was finally able to do the things that I wanted to do. I'm going to go back to my home base here. And Shroud just dropped their second trailer. Nice. For the water update. It's going to be good. I think it was a mine. Yes, explosive bait.
Great. You've got yourself some gross meat-covered explosives. But now what? Well, use your imagination. The trapper sure did. Any hungry carnivore is sure to be drawn in by the smell of fresh meat. So this one time Chuck, he was the guy who came up with this crazy idea. He laid out explosive bait along the trail after a raid. Then, when the responders came looking for us with their tracking dogs, well, let's just say the hounds lost their scent. You know, because their heads were blown off. Whatever. You get what I'm saying. I don't care what you use your bait on. Just use it to kill some things that would kill and eat you. Let me know how it works for you.
That's one of them, Doomscribe. The Bible Adventures for the Nintendo Entertainment System. The funniest thing to me, by the way, High on Life 2, which is coming in February, actually has those games in High on Life 2. They actually were able to get their hands on. They were showing this off in the demo from Gamescom a few months ago. Like, one of the things, there's a mini game in High on Life 2 where you could literally go play those Bible adventure games. David and David and Goliath, you had the sling, like you had to gather sheep up, I think, with David or something, and you had a slingshot. I don't remember, but yeah, it was like Noah's Ark, Baby Moses, some other stuff. A regenerating T-45 torso, that needs to be put in the bank. Use explosive bait on a creature. Now it's got, oh, it shows me something right here. Hang on, how do I... Is this like a grenade? Do I just put it on the road? And then what, I just wait? Nothing's happening. Can I pick it up again and replace it? No, it's like out and I can't. Oh, hang on. Oh, I'm wondering if those are the wild mongrels that are supposed to be here. Wait, can I? What is this down here? You're not a creature, you're a person. Well, I can't seem to re-pick it up. So what happens if it doesn't bring anything? Do I have to craft another one? Let me go Google this. Yeah, I wonder how long I have to wait though. Huh. There's so much confusing information on Reddit about this quest. I don't know what the respawn is, but these mongrels were supposed to be what I... So I'm assuming maybe somebody else did this right before me. And unfortunately, you can't pick it up again. I would have to craft a brand new piece. I wonder if there's any other critters I could find around here to, like, make follow me. You're not a critter. You're a forager. Sucks that you can't pick up the meat and take it somewhere else. Like, it's just down on the ground now. I wonder what happens if I log out and log back in. If it puts it back in my inventory, or if it wants me to craft another one. I'm going to try that and see. I'm doing great, Champion of Light. Thank you very much. Use explosive bait on a creature. Did it put the item back in my inventory? It did not. So I wonder if that bait is still over here that I threw down. Oh, the mongrels are there, but I don't have the bait. Fuck. Alright, I need to go make some more explosive bait really quick. But the mongrels are there in this. That quest definitely could use some tweaking. I hope I have enough to make another bait. Alright, there were some critters over here. I know I saw a mongrel a minute ago. Come here, buddy.
Let's hear it for brutal efficiency. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess the trappers didn't mind picking shrapnel out of their quarries. As cruel as the trappers were, the diehards were the exact opposite. Don't let their name fool you. We called them that because their stubborn asses refused to give up their dignity and couldn't bear to commit unprovoked violence.
Unprovoked violence.
I don't know much about their special tactics. Did they have any? I don't know. Go find a Deathclaw and make friends with it or something.
Make friends with it or something. Oh, something. Okay, Beavis. Oh, let's make friends or something. Tony over on TikTok says, I'm thinking about Fallout 76. How many hours have you sunk into the game? Would you recommend? Well, the same thing I tell everybody. If you have disposable income and it looks like it's something you would enjoy, you should go buy it and play it. I'm never going to just recommend you to do something because I'm not you. I don't know what your tastes are. I don't know what you like. You do. So you do you. Go forth and try it. You'll know. I play lots of different games. Not everything I play is things that other people want to play. My tastes are different. I get to go get wrecked by a Deathclaw. Thank you, Deeks. Closest one is over here. Yeah, I think Shroud was saying that yesterday, Deeks, or the day before. Like, he really is believing that he's like Arc Raiders is my game of the year. I was saying this earlier, Deeks. Like even like Ninja was saying, I caught a TikTok clip. Ninja's like considering maining Arc Raiders. I know a lot of people really enjoy it. "75 hours in and there's no turning back." Go make friends with the Deathclaw. A lot of it is going to depend on what they can, how they can execute post-launch, in terms of if guys like Shroud and those big streamers stick with it post-launch. It is gonna. Oh shit. Shit. I don't have my grenades equipped because I switched out for my fragment mines. I think they've moved away now. What the fuck? Ow! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Back the fuck away! I'm not equipped for this. I'm not equipped for this. Run the fuck away! I don't know what the fuck that is. Oh, he stunned me. Run, 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 run. Reload, 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 reload. What the frackety frick, man? Where's my... Not. My armor's gonna get busted. Jesus. Fucking reload time on this thing. One more. What the motherfuck was that, man? Not cool. Oh, that is a long way down. How am I getting down there? Oh, Peanut? Yeah, so he's interesting. He has blown up with arcs. Now he was already growing. Like I watched Shroud talk about him the other day. He basically is someone who went from, you know, he's been growing his following, but he's blown up to like 10,000 people watching his streams recently, and most because of Arc Raiders. And Shroud was talking about it. He's like, because someone asked in his chat, he's like, how is Peanut able to have so much energy when he's like a 40-year-old dude? Like he's always just off the wall, bouncing with energy in his streams. And Shroud said, when you've got 10,000 people watching you stream, the dopamine hit is out of this world, and it's not going to matter if you're 40 or 60, or you're going to be bouncing off the walls with energy because it's like nothing else. And that's how and why guys like Shroud stream for 16 hours a day. And that's I think I even talked about this yesterday when we brought this up, was like, because I was saying, I only stream for about 4 hours per session. And the reason I only stream for about 4 hours per session is because I don't have 10,000 viewers. The days earlier this year when we had like 700 people watching stream Dune Awakening, like 350, 500 people, I streamed for like 10, 12 hours. Because the adrenaline is flowing, there's tons of chat, you're super hyped, you're making tons of money, it's exciting. But I'm not gonna stream for 12 hours a day when it's, less than a few hundred people in chat. That's just not realistic. So yeah, those guys, when you've got 10,000 people tuning in, it's really easy to stay live and be hyped and excited because the adrenaline rush is like, it's like nothing else. It's like being a rock star. It's like being on stage. It's an adrenaline rush, man. All right, Mr. Deathclaw, let me give you a hug. Make friends.
Whoa! Hey, hold on! I didn't think you'd actually do it. We're talking about a deathfly here, for crying out loud. Well, you're there now. Either kill it or don't. I don't care, as long as I don't need to find a new assistant.
Oh, they're all gonna get distracted killing the Deathclaw. Is it stuck on the rock? Oh no, it's free now. What? I can't believe that worked.
Need some new clothes. It's getting really muddy.
Sniper rifle, huh? Yeah, I bet you can pick them off before they
Hey,
even know
good
you're
on you for killing one of the nastiest creatures out there. I mean, you're fucking nuts for even trying it, but I like that about you.
That was crazy.
I'm sore all over. Building this place up
It's
is
probably a
hard
good
work.
time to teach you that not everyone can be your friend out there. That's the real takeaway from the diehards. Moving on, the Blackwater Bandits were known for being sneaky thieves. Let me tell you, they once hit a Brotherhood of Steel camp. Insane, right? They snuck right past the guards and stole guns, ammo, mini nukes, you name it.
In other
Murdered
words,
the poor bastards while the
Someone
rest
makes
of
a
them
good
slept.
hoagie.
I too will
Next
stream
thing
10
you know,
hours a
the
day
bunch of
when I
them
have
got out
hundreds
with
of
their
people
tails
watching.
between
Thousands
their
of people's
legs.
even better. I mean,
And
those
we
guys are
had a
making
new
50 grand a
arsenal.
month minimum.
Well, we
Who
still
wouldn't
have heavily armed
stay
super
live?
mutants. Go steal from
Like
them.
Co-Carnage has been
Sneak around.
getting like
Maybe you
15,
won't have to fight
20,000
them all.
people per
But
stream
really,
playing
all
Arc
I care about
Raiders.
is
Like,
their gun stash. Might be a good haul, might not. There's only one way
you've
to
got
find out.
you've got Ninja talking about maining the game because he's so impressed with it, and he was talking about the other day. He says I can't stream 16 hours a day like Shroud and these other guys, but he says I the audience is there. He says why wouldn't I want to do it if the game is fun and the audience is there? But those guys are so wrapped up in numbers
What's
too,
that
like
over there?
because Co will only play stuff like when he's got games that he's only getting 1,500, 2,000 people. Those are usually the games that are like small little indie games, and if he's getting sponsored, he'll play them. But then as soon as the sponsor's up, he'll go off and play the games that are getting him 20,000 people watching.
It's
And
hard
why
work
wouldn't you?
making a living out here.
Yeah, Arc Raiders is it's.
Clean this, fix that.
I am probably stupid for not playing
fix
it,
that.
but I just can't get past the PvP. I can't. It's a personal thing. I know that it's a personal thing. I know that there's not a lot of PvP in the solo mode. I know that but it's the fact that it can happen. And correct, if I'm not having fun, my audience is not gonna have fun. I saw a brilliant TikTok this morning. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up really quick. If I can find it. This guy was playing Arc Raiders, and he's got this clip. If I can find it really quick. He's basically Rust Belt's first elevator concierge. His name is Bosch Merchant. So he basically acts as an elevator concierge, and he stands at the elevator and he talks to the people when they run up. It's like it's the funniest shit ever. I watched it this morning. I was like, this is hilarious, man. Good day, sir. I am your elevator concierge. Will you be going down today, sir? Let me call the elevator for you. And people have been giving him tips and stuff. It's hilarious. Excellent, sir. Excellent suggestion. It's just, dude, it really is a funny clip. I shared it on my, shared it on my TikTok this morning. Great to meet us, sir. Being new to the swamp today, sir. Your order is exquisite. Safe travels. Watch your head while entering the elevator, please. It's just, oh, like I said, I wish. If it had a PvE mode, I would play it. But I can't, man. I just can't. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. Yes, Shroud is really good at those types of games. But also, I'd say all of those guys pretty much have all made their careers off of playing those competitive type games. Because, like, Ninja was Halo. Shroud has done a ton of shooters. Shroud is, like, considered one of the best FPS players of all time. Thank you, Flying Turtle. I appreciate the fact that you appreciate me being genuine to myself. Steal from a super mutant camp. Yeah, I've seen clips of Peanut on TikTok. I actually started seeing clips of him about 6 months ago on some other things. Has anybody ever played a game they had little interest in playing, ended up liking, asks Champion. Yes. So I didn't have a lot of interest in playing Hell Is Us because I was like, they were promoting it as this, oh, no mini maps, blah blah blah, and I'm just like, I'm not really into playing a game with no mini maps. Like I don't. That's not a feature for me. It's like I did that with EverQuest back in the day. It's not a big deal to me. I much prefer games that guide me. Shit, hang on. And then the company sent me a key. Hang on, I need to, fuck, hang on, switch weapons, Jesus, switch weapons. And then the company sent me a key, and I played Hell Is Us, and I went, oh shit, this game is actually really freaking fun, and really good. So I think for me, Hell Is Us was one this year that I did not anticipate playing or enjoying. And then I played it and was like, oh damn, this is actually really good, really fun.
Look at head wood scrub. I'd rip his legs clean off.
There's another guy up here somewhere. Yeah, the new Enshrouded update is going to be pretty awesome.
Ah, there you are.
Ooh, what'd you find? Miss Launcher? Bet you could cause some real damage with that. Ooh. Whatever you picked up, keep it. You've earned it. Okay, this one's a little disgusting, but it's ruthless, so I like it. Ooh, my stomach turns just thinking about this. Then again, I haven't been hungry in a while, so who knows how desperate I'll be when I am and there's no more food to eat. Kinda like the gourmands. We called them that instead of what they really were. Cannibals. I'm not gonna make you eat anyone, but let's go through the exercise anyway. I saw a roaming pack of feral ghouls I want you to hunt down. They're always good for target practice anyway. I'm not saying the gourmands had the right idea.
Deke says check out the one he did as Batman. Oh, I'll have to check it out.
Eating human or ex-human flesh. Just use a toothpick or something before you come back to visit. I don't want to catch
Nothing
a
wrong with
rotting
that, Tim
ghoul
Bucktuski.
flesh on your breath.
Alright, I gotta go find a feral ghoul. I can find some around here. Somewhere over here. Really? I guess there's supposed to be ghouls in here? Huh. Inside the target area. There is nothing in here that would suggest any ghoul activity. Matter of fact, we have a robot. What the heck? Man, I don't see ghouls around here anyway, and I'm outside of the target area now. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, never mind. I don't think that counted, though. That was a feral ghoul, but it didn't count. Oh, it did. Yeah, it did.
Now, the gourmands would go ahead and eat that. Ugh. I can't make you do it, but you're not gonna chicken out on me, are you?
I am not
Either
eating
way,
a ghoul.
it's time to report back.
Yeah, bitch. I'm just gonna report back. I am not eating a ghoul for you. You know, I really liked, and a part of it's just because I'm biased
Well,
towards
you've learned a bunch of stuff
science
about
fiction.
raider
I
tactics,
still
and
think
I've gotta
Dune
say,
Awakening
they
is
all
way
seem
up there for me, even though
really entertaining to watch
I'm
from
not
here.
actively playing it right now.
Were they effective? I guess so.
I mean, it had its
Just
flaws.
laughed, didn't you? We can talk about your
That's a good
reward
game
when
for
we
me
get
this
here.
year.
Good
Kingdom Come
job,
Deliverance 2,
uh,
Outer Worlds 2. I mean, the thing is, this year has been so full of bangers. Like, South of Midnight was awesome. Like, from a pure creative standpoint, I think South of Midnight is the claymation, the voice acting, the mocap, the fact that you could adjust every single bit of the game and have the exact experience that you wanted. You could turn all the combat off, you could turn the boss fights off, you could turn some parts of combat off, so you could have just a story and puzzle-based playthrough. I feel like that game was super innovative. The soundtrack was all bespoke and told the story of the game as you went through. I think South of Midnight for me is up there as like one of my favorite narrative games of the year. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. If I had to pick like an immersive RPG of the year, it would probably Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. But then like favorite like MMO would definitely be like game of the year MMO would be Dune Awakening. I would really need to go through the list and just be like, there were so many good. It's like I've actually saw a guy who did a YouTube or a TikTok short. I'm gonna take his idea and make a video about it, where it's literally we're gonna start off like, I think the title is gonna be, gaming is so dead in 2025 is gonna be like the title and the thumbnail, and then we're gonna get into it. And I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm gonna rattle off a list. And at the very end of the video, I'm gonna look in the camera, deadpan, and be like, "That's right, kids. Gaming is so dead in 2025." I'm gonna make that video over the next couple of days at some point, so wait for it. It'll be out soon. But I'm just literally gonna start the video off and I'm just gonna start listing names at the very end. That's right, gaming is dead, kids. I honestly can't even remember all the games I played this year. That's how many games I've played.
Ah, you're back. Why are you looking at me like you want something? Your reward is the knowledge you've gained from me. Congratulations.
That's right, Hector.
Hell,
Super concerned
whatever.
about gaming in
You can have some more
2025.
stuff I got laying around too. I feel like I trust you enough now to let you in on a little secret. My old raider pals left a cache of treasure behind when they all checked out. Problem is, it's locked away and I can't get in there. Double problem, no one trusted each other enough to give anyone complete access to the treasure.
Is this the treasure of Appalachia?
No way! That legend predates all the bombs, the yelling, the ferals, all of that. This treasure belonged to the gangs. All of them. I don't actually know what's in it, because I never seen it. But it's gotta be good, right? Raider loot up the wazoo! So they split key. See, each gang's leader had a holotape with their own personal password on it. Find them all so I can patch them together and make the master key. It's more technical than that, but you wouldn't understand. Check out Blackwater Mine first.
You wouldn't understand.
That's the last place we heard from Freddy
Eres
Lang,
tan
leader of the Blackwater
estúpido
Bandits.
que no puede
Pretty
entender
sure she had
nada.
a terminal there. Might be worth a look-see.
Alright, so she's gonna send me off on another wild goose chase. I got a sack hood with straps? What does that even look like? No, I don't. Dispatch didn't. I haven't seen anything that made me go, oh my god, I need to play this. Plus, it's like episodic. And I'm just like, I don't have time to wait. I got too many other things I'm doing. Sack hood with straps prevents damage and disease from airborne hazards. Oh my god. It's hideous. That's much better, right? That's acceptable. Whew. Check the terminal at Blackwater Mine. Have I earned her trust yet? No, she wouldn't even talk to me yet, so I still have to keep earning her trust. Blackwater Mine. Yeah, see, so many people are talking, like, so many people have mentioned, like...
I think we're past the point where I just want to use you to further my own goals. I may be starting to like you. Now, I don't want you thinking your pal Rose is going soft on you, so let me just say this. If you ever get it in your head to screw me over, I will gut you with this here saw and stringer and build up like Christmas tinsel. Nothing personal.
I just didn't really feel Expedition 33. Like, it had amazing voice acting. It had amazing music. The art style, everything about that game I loved, except the combat. The combat immediately, and I know that they patched it later on and like fixed the they fixed the story mode being broken and they made it actually work. And I'm like, that's all well and good, but the problem is it took them like 4 months to patch it and I had already moved on at that point. And I see a lot of people are like, oh, game of the year, game of the year. I don't know, man. Like, I guess I'm getting older and jaded in terms of like, I kind of want games of the year to be games that bring something new and innovative to the table, or things that are just like overwhelmingly, like a good example would be, The Witcher 3, or Baldur's Gate 3. Those games were, sold tens of millions of copies and were of such a massive scale and scope that they defined an entire genre, right? Those are what Game of the Years are. And when I look at Expedition 33, I'm like, it didn't really define any genre, though. It was just a fun game that did some really interesting things, but it was like a little bit of Dark Souls, a little bit of turn-based, a little bit of narrative RPG, but it didn't sell tens of millions of copies. It sold, I don't even know if it sold 2 million copies. It was definitely an indie darling, but it wasn't like took the world by storm, everyone played it. Arc Raiders is a good example of a game that is taking the world by storm and everybody is playing it. So I could see Arc Raiders being something that would get Game of the Year for sure, because it's like this global phenomenon that everyone is latching onto. Yeah, I don't know. There haven't been any like global international RPGs this year that would do the same thing in the RPG category. And it's weird to see an extraction shooter like doing what Arc Raiders is doing. Because even Helldivers 2, I don't think did quite as much like. But again, that's PvE only, so that's not the competitive aspect. Whereas Arc Raiders has that PvP, which is it has that cooperative and or combative element that Helldivers 2 didn't have, which makes it more exciting to watch big streamers play it. More big streamers are playing it than they played Helldivers 2. Exactly, Transcend. Like, Game of the Years need to be, like, genre-defining. I don't know that there's a single game that's come out this year that I would look at and be like, that's genre-defining. Other than maybe Arc Raiders. Like, I could see Arc Raiders getting nominated for sure. I saw somebody the other day say, like, Ninja Gaiden 4, and I'm like, yeah, no, sorry, it's not. Silk Song! I don't know, man. It's a Souls-like. Could. Maybe Elden Ring did it. I didn't play Silk Song just because I don't like Souls-likes, but I know it, but it also didn't. Hades 2. So this is what Polygon has. These are their frontrunners. Clair Obscur, Silk Song, Hades 2, Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Ghost of Yotei, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, which didn't launch this year. I don't know why they have that in their list. Monster Hunter Wilds, Blueprint, Split Fiction, Silent Hill F. None of those games are things that I would consider to be Game of the Year. Other than Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, sorry. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I would say Game of the Year. Game of the Year would be Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. If I had to pick one game for this year, it would be Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 for me. But it's still not like genre defining. It's KDCD 2 is still a fairly niche game. It has sold 3 million copies. So KCD2 has done well, but it's not like 30 million copies sold. It's 3 million copies sold. So it's going to be an interesting year. There are a lot of solid titles this year. But I don't think there's anything that's been genre defining in the way that previous years have had. If that makes sense. By the way, I'm hoping to do a KCD2 playthrough again, a replay in January is the plan. Unless something else comes out, I'm going to try to do the Cyberpunk 2077 replay in December, and then we're going to do the KCD2 replay in January, is the current plan. Outer Worlds 2, I think, is a super solid entry as well, especially with the replayability and all the different ways that you can get endings. But it's also like, and it was really interesting to watch Daniel, the head of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, sort of shit all over Outer Worlds 2. Like, he did not have nice things to say about Outer Worlds 2. And he basically said that the gist of his commentary was that Obsidian has squandered their Microsoft backing by making genre specific RPGs when they could have experimented and made groundbreaking, like pushed the RPG genre forward, which I do feel he's got a little bit of an ego on him given the success that KCD2 has brought. He's definitely got an ego. Vavra, I think is his name, Daniel Vavra? I always forget his last name. But he basically threw Obsidian under the bus. And he's like, you guys made one of my favorite RPGs of all time with Fallout New Vegas, and then you push out this Outer Worlds 2 game, and it's just drivel, and I feel like you've squandered your money that you could have used from Microsoft because you've got this massive budget, and I guarantee you that Outer Worlds 2 cost 5 times as much as KCD2, and you didn't innovate anything, and it's just another standard RPG. You're not pushing the boundaries. It's like, well, not everyone wants to, like... Yeah, it's a little annoying, like, the ego thing is a little annoying. What am I looking for here?
Rose here. Not that I'm a creep, but I was watching you through the viewfinder again and saw you enter the mine. Can you still hear me? Whatever. It's not like you can radio back. Anywho, if I recall, we completely lost track of the Blackwater Bandits back in '96. Freddy wasn't looking too good last time we saw her alive. Not her usual bright and spirited self. Real sick. Her hair looked awful. Something happened in that mine hideout of theirs. Not sure what, but if you can figure it out, I bet you'd be able to track down that key fragment. I'll catch up with you when I see you crawl out of that cave.
When she sees me crawl out of the cave. Thanks. I love your support, Rose. All right, everybody. My grandniece is supposed to be here in a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up so I can go help Chris take care of breakfast and get all that stuff prepped. I will be back later on today with Anno 117 Pax Romana on a key provided to me from Ubisoft. It's my first project with Ubisoft. First time I've ever done anything with them, so shout out to them. So we'll be back later on today with that. We'll be back again tomorrow with more Elder Scrolls Online, and the afternoon streams for the next few days is going to be the Anno 117 Pax Romana game. So if you want to watch those, it'll be... Oh, I can't tell you when, James. It just depends. I don't know if Chris and I need to run any errands today. Generally speaking, I am live again at around 3 p.m., 4 p.m. in the afternoon, Central Time. So I am going to be recording reviews for episodes 4 and 5 of The Witcher Season 4, so those will be out later on this morning, so stay tuned to those on YouTube. And I, of course, have some more Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls Online's videos and guides coming out as well, so stay tuned for those. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a few hours for the afternoon stream.